Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Madisonville, Kentucky, where the Full Count Rhythm will take on the Madisonville Miners in Ohio Valley League action. Game number 34 of the year for Full Count. Game number 33 for the Madisonville Miners. Each team on opposite ends of the standings. Full Count with a 22-11 record. Lead the OVL, 6-team OVL. Madisonville in 6th place with an 11-21 record. These teams have played 6 times already, have 2 more, and both games right here at Madisonville on Friday nights. Tonight's game, and then the second to last game of the regular season next Friday night. 4-2 is the record for Full Count against Madisonville in 2025. This year, 8-7 all time. It's the closest of all the races in the Ohio Valley League between Full Count and any other team. Full Count all-time, 153 wins, 76 losses. Umpires meeting with the head coaches. We are about set, I think, for a 6:30 departure for tonight's game. So let's get to the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the Rhythm. John Paul Head will lead off. He'll play right field. Jake Merrick at third base hits second. Trace Simmons a DH. He'll hit in the 3-hole, and Aaron Beeman in his second game with Full Count. He'll be behind the plate and the cleanup batter. Charlie Bozeman in left field batting 5th. Blake Carter at first base hits 6th. Elijah Stockton, the shortstop tonight. He'll hit 7th. Parker Stavorsky out in center field bats 8th. And Spencer Yu batting 9th, playing second base and on the mound. Left-hander Corbin Crosby. He is incoming freshman to Trevecca Nazarene University. Played his high school baseball at Lipscomb Academy. From Franklin, Tennessee, the son of Drew and Melanie Crosby, big brother to Camden, grandson of G. Paul in Birmingham, Pops and Nana in Franklin. Trevor Marson is his mentor. Corbin on for his 5th appearance, his 2nd start. He has a 1-0 record. 9 innings in those first 4 appearances. He's given up only 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 12 batters in those 9 innings, a 1.00 ERA. He will face the Miners lineup. It looks like this. Pete Britton leading off, playing second base. Coulter Hamilton bats second. He'll play shortstop. Noah Burning in the 3-hole, and he'll play third base. Nazir Bergen is the center fielder, batting cleanup. Ian Cartwright in right field, bats 5th. Cooper Wright at first base, hits 6th. The 7-hole hitter, Dominic Maldette, behind the plate. Dylan Toller is the DH, batting 8th. And Cliff Weisinger the second in left field, bats 9th. And on the mound for the Miners is Ernesto Mendiondo from Miami, Florida. Plays at Southeast Arkansas College. A right-hander on for his 6th appearance. It's his 5th start. He has an 0-3 record. In 18 innings, he's given up 16 hits, 19 runs. 15 of those are earned. Walked 17, struck out 5, and has plunked 2 batters. A 7.50 ERA for Ernesto, and I believe it's his first appearance against the Rhythm. You'll hear some cowbells tonight. He's pitched a couple times against Henderson, Fulton Railroaders, Paducah Chiefs, and the Hoptown Hoppers, but he'd get his first action against Full Count this year. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network, as we have a first pitch thrower out there.
Kevin Allstar.
Oh, he doesn't want to throw it. All right, fire that ball in there, young man. That a boy. He fires it into Noah Burning from Brandon, Florida, Bishop State Community College. Found out, I think that it's in Alabama. Do I remember that it's in Mobile or Montgomery? I don't remember. We had that on the broadcast the last time. There's some Bishop State folks that have been here. I haven't seen a Bishop State Community College t-shirt here in the stands yet, but they'll probably show up unless they went back to Florida. I think that's where. Not sure. It doesn't tell me where Noah Campbell, who shows Bishop State Community College, doesn't show me where he is from. But Kobe Anker, who's on the roster, right-handed pitcher, he's also from Lakeland, Florida, and he plays at Bishop State, or did anyway. The starting lineups are being announced, and unfortunately, can't do anything about that ceiling fan. I appreciate the breeze that it's bringing, and I do have a breeze coming behind me as I am sitting on the back row of an 8-row stadium seating. I say stadium seating, it's aluminum bench. There are some actual individual seats, 5 rows of 5 seats on either side of the center aisle here, and everything is covered. So really appreciate that. So it is warm here in Madisonville, but being underneath the roof and with the ceiling fans, it is manageable here. As now the defense for the Miners is being announced. They're wearing their yellow jersey tops, or gold. I'm not sure if they call it yellow or gold, and their white pants. The Rhythm, they're wearing the bomb pops today. You probably saw Josh Carmen, the head coach, out there with the umpires. Their red tops and their sky blue or light blue pants. I think we've had this combination one other time. I don't remember who the Rhythm played, but don't think it turned out well. So the Rhythm trying to go 1-1 in their, they call the bomb pops jerseys. Game number 34 of 40 in the regular season. So after tomorrow night, which is a home game against the Paducah Chiefs, the Rhythm will have 5 more games. Play everybody one more time. And every game will be on the road until the final game of the year, and we'll host the Paducah Chiefs again. We will have a national anthem here as the teams are lining up. The Miners line up on the fair line, and the Full Count Rhythm will line up right in front of their dugout. So, of course, we're not able to carry it here, so we'll be right back after this short break. Thanks to Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for being the title sponsor for the Full Count Rhythm. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And if we were home, Tim Ferguson would say, play ball. A recorded rendition, instrumental only, of the national anthem. The Rhythm defeated the Miners here. The only 2 games they've played here have gone to full count. 11-5 victory and a 14-2 mercy rule. And Madisonville has defeated Full Count twice at Drakes Creek Park, 11-5 in the first matchup of the year and 4-3 in the last game played between these two teams. It was back on July 5th, so just 6 days ago. Wyatt Burris got the victory in that game. Madisonville scored 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings in that ball game and made it stick. Wyatt Burris went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits and only 1 run, walked 1, struck out 3. He picked up his first win of the year, possibly. I think their game changer is incorrect in terms of total wins and losses for their pitchers. Wow. Wow, the Ohio Valley League wants to confirm that I'm a human. That's crazy. Why in the world is that not working right now? It still wants to confirm. I got to do a punch all the buttons that say they're curtains. Yay, I'm a human. Well, I guess they've gone through a new change because I know I was looking at the Ohio Valley League website today and it wouldn't let me look in at it. So they must have been doing some major changes as first pitch to John Paul Head delivered at 6:33 for ball 1, and we are underway. Game time temperature 90 degrees, feels like 99. Does have a wind that is blowing at my back as John Paul looks at a pitch low and outside for ball 2. Playing in his 32nd game of the year. He and Jake Merrick, who's on deck. I believe that is tops in the league. And John Paul. 3 ball, no strike count to begin the game. He is the top hitter in most major offensive categories, hitting .468, has 51 hits. He takes one right down the can for a called strike. John Paul hit his 7th home run of the year last night. That was the only run of the ball game for the Rhythm in a 9-1 loss to the Hoptown Hoppers. 3-1 pitch. That's hit well. Out to center field. Nazir Bergen will watch this one sail into the trees for a leadoff home run by John Paul Head. His 8th of the year as he gets the bomb pop jersey start in the right direction. John Paul with his 9th. Make sure, is that 9? That's 8th home run of the year. He has 9 doubles. And the Framework Athletics first run of the game scored by John Paul Head on the 5th pitch of the start by Ernesto Mendiando. Jake Merrick takes a strike right down Broadway. Breaking pitch stays up. 335 to dead center field. It's the smallest part of the ballpark. John Paul now leads the Ohio Valley League in home runs. That's fisted out to shallow right center, or right field, making a nice over-the-shoulder catch. The second baseman, Pete Britton, for out number 1. Merrick came in hitting .363, 5 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. He has had an excellent season as well, both John Paul Head and Jake Merrick from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Now Trey Simmons, who's the DH, stands in with 1 out and 1 in. Trey swings and misses. He's wearing the number 35 today. I'll let you guess for a little while as to why he's wearing a different number. He normally wears number 31. Nice slider backing up the one that Simmons swung at. This one was in the zone. The other one wasn't. Trey's hitting .306, playing in game number 25. 3 doubles, a triple. He has 3 home runs and 20 RBIs, grounds 1 to the right side. Britton stays down, gloves Throws over to Cooper Wright for out number 2. Simmons has had a 4-hit game here at Madisonville. Now Aaron Beeman steps to the plate. He's playing his second game of the year from Asbury College. Beeman replacing a couple of catchers that have either left or gotten hurt. Takes a fastball right down the can. 6'1", 190-pound, rising junior at Asbury College. He's from Franklin, Tennessee, went to Centennial High School. Brian and Denise Beeman are his parents, as that one's out to center field. Nazir Bergen will make that grab for out number 3. Hello to Andrew and Alec, his older brothers, granddad and grandma in Sheridan Lake, Colorado, and Gigi in Loveland, Colorado. John Paul Head with a solo leadoff home run to put the Rhythm up 1-0. So we'll go to the bottom half with the lead. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Paula Sims has checked in. She's ready to go. I think she was here for the first at-bat. Still having internet issues with the Ohio Valley League website. Not sure what's going on. But it is not operating the way I want it to operate. Pete Britton to face Corbin Crosby, and the first pitch Britton sees. He lines out the center field for a leadoff base hit, and a little bat flip toward his dugout and a little yell to say, let's go. Pete Britton playing in his 32nd game as well, so he and John Paul Head and Jake Merritt at least tied in that number. Now Coulter Hamilton playing in his 31st game stands in. He's the shortstop, squares around the bunt, lays it down. Throw is over the head of the first baseman by Aaron Beeman. It'll go down the right field line. Rounding third is Pete Britton, and this game's tied after 2 batters. So, it went out of play, so Britton's going to go back to third. We'll see how that one is ruled. Whoop. Change that. Somebody. Now we're going to have umpires come together. So I don't know that they're fully in agreement here. Three umpires come together to make a decision. Let's see how that is ruled. It might be ruled a single and then an error. If it goes out of play, immediately it's only 2 bases from the time of where you were, I believe, at the pitch. So it's second and third, and they've got it right. So take the run off Well, Burning will stand in with nobody out and runners at second and third. Tough start here for Corbin Crosby. Breaking pitch right in there for a called strike. Not a night that I need to be having slow internet. Popped up. That will get out of play toward the press box behind or down the third base line. And Crosby gets ahead. They did not even give Coulter Hamilton and there's a breaking pitch. It gets in the dirt, and that's going to get by Beeman, and the run does come in to score on the wild pitch. What really should have happened is that Hamilton at least gets a sacrifice bunt on that, so it shouldn't be an at-bat to Hamilton unless it's a hit. Then the error allows him to go to second and Britton to third, but that's now how it was shown. Ground ball to second. Yu is going to look the runner back and underhand to first base for out number one. The question is, should I put it correctly in my score sheet? I'm going to. I'm going to at least give him a sack. Bunt. He runs well. That's a pretty good bunt. He probably would have beat it out, honestly, but it won't matter. They didn't give him a hit. Nazir Bergen, a good hitter, stands in, takes a pitch low and away, and the Rhythm playing their infield in the first inning. Wow. I don't understand that call. Probably going to be a high-scoring game, and by playing in, you raise Nazir Bergen's batting average well above the 357 that he's collected in the first 13 games. Crosby now a 3-ball no strike count. Probably rather pitch to Ian Cartwright on deck anyway. Fastball roped down the first base line, and whoever's that first base coach nearly got hit in the legs. Swing and a miss on a 3-1. Now it's a full count, Ministries. Full count. Crosby, he's not trying to walk Bergen. He's going to come with the breaking pitch. Did not give in by throwing him the fastball. So ball 4 puts a runner at first and third. A leadoff single by Britton. A bunt by Coulter Hamilton that was a real runner from first. It goes down to second on a delayed steal. Nice stop by Beeman behind the plate with runners at second and third now. It's a sharp breaking pitch that Crosby delivers. Beeman, I'm sure, has never caught him. I assume he caught him in the bullpen, but that doesn't always. Right, that's popped down the left field line, but it'll go foul. That breaking pitch got right in on Ian Cartwright, the right fielder, playing in his 23rd game. Crosby ahead in the count. The 1-2, fouled back this way. One to one in the bottom of the first. Getting a pitch smothered in the dirt. Mike Harrell rooting for the Rhythm. He's listening, watching on Facebook. Breaking pitch stays up high. Full Count Ministries, full count. Gale and Webb says, let's go Rhythm. Corbin Crosby in trouble here in the bottom of the first. Strikes him out on the breaking pitch. Ian Cartwright thought he had ball 4, but instead a Safeware strikeout. And that's out number 2. Cooper Wright, the first baseman, will stand in with 2 on. He'll hand the baseball back to the home plate umpire. Names I didn't get before the game. But this is a 3-man crew here in Madisonville. Popped him up. Back goes Elijah Stockton in the outfield grass and makes a stab of a catch for out number 3. That could have been worse for the Rhythm. They score, Miners score 1 unearned run on 1 hit, 1 big error, and 2 runners left aboard. Madisonville gets the equalizer in the bottom of the first. Should expect a high-scoring affair here as 11-5, 14-2 here at Elmer Kelly Stadium so far in the 2 games Rhythm have played. We'll take a break and be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Madisonville, Kentucky. Rhythm 22-11, a 667 winning percentage. That is in first place. Rhythm have been in first place for quite a while. Early in the season, these Miners actually were 4-0 after defeating Full Count. Both teams were 3-0 to start the season. Madisonville and the Rhythm played at home, and that was the 11-5 victory by Madisonville. Charlie Bozeman will lead off, and he's going to take a slow breaking curveball in for a called strike. Charlie playing in his 21st game of the year. He's got 3 bombs. Takes a slider outside. Charlie from Samford University down in Birmingham. That's where he plays his baseball. He's from Knoxville. District Defensive Player of the Year. Lines 1. If it's fair, it's trouble. It's fair ball. Down that right field line. Bozeman rounds first. Digging it out of there is Ian Cartwright. His throw is cut off, and Charlie Bozeman leads off the second with a Dudette double. Dudette Communications. They print the program that you get at home games. Craig Sinnard and his folks always do a great job of printing. They are a national printing company located in Hendersonville in the same industrial complex where Framework Athletics and the Full Count headquarters are located. Second extra base hit of the ball game for the Rhythm. Charlie Bozeman with a knock. Ernesto Mindiendo delivers to Blake Carter a fastball in for a called strike. Carter playing in his 30th game. Hello to Michael and Emily Bozeman, Andrew Bozeman, Papa and Grandmommy in Knoxville, Pop and Didi in Memphis. Watching Charlie tonight. And Carter take another breaking pitch. This is at the knees for a called strike. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, 17 RBIs, hitting 243 is the Lipscomb Bison. Where's the Lipscomb Bisons? Fastball outside. Carter started his approach and then held up. Jane Britton watching from Fairview, North Carolina, rooting for the Miners. Glad to be able to provide you a video of tonight's game. The Miners do not have a video broadcast, radio only. Oh, Blake Carter. He's took a breaking pitch and a late swing. And he is down on strikes. That looked like a cookie right there that Blake apparently was not expecting. That's the first strikeout of the ball game for Mendiendo. Or it could be Mendiondo. Probably more so the latter. Elijah Stockton playing shortstop tonight. Hits a ground ball up the middle. Coulter Hamilton on 2 hops. A little bit wide, but Cooper Wright able to keep his foot on the base. And now 2 outs. I think there's been too many games that Coulter Hamilton hadn't been in there at shortstop for the Miners. Good looking player from Indiana University Southeast. He's from Brownsburg, Indiana. He got robbed by his own scorekeeper, though, in that first inning. Somebody needs to tell him. Just inside to Parker Staborski, center fielder from Catawba. Hitting .204, playing in his 19th game. He's got a couple of doubles and 9 RBIs. He can drive in a run or 2 right here. Strong young man. Does not have a big fly yet. That'd be a good time. Good spot to do it in. That's a good pitch by Mendiondo to get the outside corner at the knees. John Paul heads Papa a happy 88th birthday. Happy birthday. Ground ball to short. Hamilton gets a nice Sunday hop there. Throws a dime over to first base to retire the Rhythm. So they squander the leadoff double by Charlie Bozeman. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner was left on base. And we'll stay tied going to the bottom of the first. So Papa in Hoover, Alabama, says Birmingham, but John Paul told me Papa and Yee are in Hoover, along with Pop and BB. So happy birthday. Leanne had here. She said she was coming up at Madisonville. If she is, she's going to have to give me a wave. We'll be right back after this short break.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Bottom of the second. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Miners. And Corbin Crosby starts off Maldette with a called strike. What in the world is Chris Williard doing here? Popped up on the right side. That'll get out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Big day Saturday night. Let's say that's Chris Williard. If it's not him, it sure looks exactly like him. He's not giving me a wave, but Maybe it's his twin brother. Everybody's got a twin. If that's the case, I got a triplet running around because my twin brother doesn't look anything like me. It's not because he's a twin sister. That's a line to left field for a base hit. On it quickly as Bozeman gets it back in as both teams have led off their half of the first 2 innings with base hits. Rhythm, a couple of extra base hits. In the minors with singles. Britton with a single to center. He came around to score. Now Maldette with a single to left. Came in hitting .257. Now the DH, Dylan Toller. He drills one deep but foul. Got way around on that one. Bounces out of the stadium here at Elmer Kelly. I'm guessing that's not Chris Williard. He would have come by and said hello. He's the reason the Hendersonville Firefighters Association sponsor the Rhythm. That breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Hey, let's get the strikes up there. 0-2 is the count. Vicky Maloney, super fan. Paula Sims, she's a super fan. Checks in regularly on Facebook. Night after night after night. Crosby tried to get Toller to nibble at that or swing at that pitch outside. He does not. Dylan Toller from Sellersburg, Indiana, plays his baseball with Elijah Stockton at Kentucky Wesleyan. There's a breaking pitch that freezes Toller and a Safeware strikeout. Second of the ball game and the second backward K in the books for Corbin Crosby, the incoming freshman, to Trevecca. It's going to be a Trojan real soon. Good looking pitcher. Cliff Weisinger at the plate. Swing and a miss. He's a free swinger. Leads the Ohio Valley League in strikeouts. He's got 49 of them. 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 23 RBIs. Hitting .274 is Weisinger. Quickly ahead is Corbin Crosby. Weisinger from McDonough, Georgia, plays his baseball at AUM, Auburn University at Montgomery. Maldette takes off, strikeout, and a throw him out double play. A dudette double play ends the inning. Strike him out, throw him out. Nice throw there by Aaron Beeman. That'll take care of 2 innings here in Madisonville. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
What's for dinner, Jay? Well, you're watching the big 65-inch big screen. Are you on the patio? Or are you in the kitchen? And what are you eating? As I see the commissioner of the league, he's headed right on up here. Will Cox in the building tonight. I got a microphone just for you. You don't want to get on it? Okay. Will's got laryngitis. He just wants to sit next to the seat of knowledge here. Full Count Rhythm knowledge anyway. Maybe a little bit of Ohio Valley League history, but we'll get to hear it a little bit later. everybody's favorite commissioner. Spencer Yu to lead off for Full Count in the top of the third. Takes a slow breaking pitch inside for ball one. See, the Ohio Valley League website's getting a little upgrade apparently today. Sure, Will Cox has everything to do with that. I also see that Game Changer, at least for the Madisonville Miners, has upgraded from 7 innings to 9 innings for the ERA. Spencer pops this one up out of play to the right side. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Spencer Yu headed to Swanee, the University of the South, after being at George Washington for a year, playing in his 14th game of the year. Slow roller to third, charged by Burning. Gloves and throws. A nice stretch by Cooper Wright to retire Yu. And that's the first leadoff batter in now 5 half innings that has been retired. Burning plays a very, very good hot corner down there for the Miners. Now John Paul Head, grandson of Papa, whose 88th birthday is today. Hit you a home run, Papa. His 8th of the year. '46th RBI. Now probably up over the 470 mark. Takes the first 2 pitches outside the zone as he did in his first at-bat. Sliders and celebrating granddaughter's 8th birthday. Well, happy birthday to her. 8th birthday. Well, John Paul hit her a home run too. 88 and 8. Look at that. Look at that symmetry going on. But he wears the number 9. And right there, if he had taken a hack at that one, I don't believe the yard would have held it. John Paul having one of the best summers of college baseball that I've seen in the Ohio Valley League. Chopper to third and Burning high hop. He's got to get rid of it quickly, and he does. And again, Cooper Wright with a nice stretch. They're out number 2. A couple of 5-3s after a couple of 6-3s that ended the second. Now Jake Merrick, who popped out into shallow right field that Pete Britton, the second baseman, caught. He stands in. 363 batting average, and I believe that's second in the league in hitting. He takes a pitch a little bit above the letters for ball one. Five doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 35 RBIs. He just took a slider for a called strike, and I kind of cocked my knee on that one. I'll still do that after 45 years being out of college baseball. I see a pitch to hit. I still have a nice high hop, double pump by Hamilton, but he delivers a strike to right. A couple ground outs to the 3 ground outs to the left side. And the first 1, 2, 3 inning is Mendiondo sets down the rhythm. We're going to the bottom of the third. 1-1 to score here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Pete Britton.
Bottom of the third. Pete Britton, the leadoff batter, gets his second crack at Corbin Crosby. Strike him out, throw him out, and a Safeware strikeout, the 50th of the year by Cliff Weisinger. And a caught stealing ended the Miners' second inning. Crosby delivers a strike to Britton. He didn't swing at the first pitch this time. Swung at the first pitch and delivered a line drive single into center field in his first at-bat. Fouls that one away, and he's down in the count 0-2. And another line drive, and over is Staborski. He can't get it, and it tries to keep it in front of him. Gets it back in quickly. That ball was sinking quick, fast. Britton gets his second hit.
Number 15.
A couple of line drives to center field, and now Coulter Hamilton stands in. Hamilton laid down a beautiful bunt. Aaron Beeman came out from behind home plate. He's squaring around again. Runner's going to take off. That's a fake bunt and swing away while Britton takes off, but Hamilton fouls it back a little late, getting into his hitting motion after squaring around a bunt. Laid the first one down in the first inning. I put it as a sacked bunt. Shown on Game Changer as an error. There's a chopper to third, but it will bounce foul. And now count is no balls and 2 strikes. Pete Britton from Diedrich, Illinois. He goes to Oakland City University. Madisonville with an 11-21 record. 6th place in the 6-team league. Well, Hamilton backs away from the 0-2 fastball. According to Game Changer, shows they're batting .250 on the season. Noah Burning on deck. 2-2 count to Hamilton. Doesn't show height and weight here, but he looks about 6'2" or 6'3", and change up, and he drills that one down the third base line. That's fair. Over is Bozeman, and the throw to third base offline. Hamilton will get into second base on the throw, and runners at second and third again with nobody out. They'll probably give him a double on the. He was not going to go to second base if Bozeman had come up throwing to second, but he threw to third trying to get Britton. And they do gift him a double. Noah Burning rounded out second base last time, takes a called strike. Infield in again. It's now the 4th hit of the ball game for Madisonville. Ground ball to the right side, and Blake Carter will run that one back toward home plate to keep Britton at third base. And Burning has gone 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. A couple of weak ground balls to the right side. Nazir Bergen with the base open. I might just go ahead and put him on again. He walked the last time. He and Cartwright on deck struck out looking. They're going to go after him. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. This is at least Bergen's second time to play with the Madisonville Miners, and it might be multiple times. I met him a couple of years ago when he was with the Miners. And another ball in the dirt. Britton does not go. Kicks to the right of Beeman, and I'm guessing Britton did not realize how far away that ball was going to carry him away from Beeman. It's, again, that sharp breaking pitch. And you got to be ready for that, and you got to set your body such a way as to get the back. And there's one straight to the backstop. Britton, he's going to get underneath the tag. It kicked back to Beeman, but Britton was able to come in and avoid the tag by Beeman. So a wild pitch scores the go-ahead run. It's two wild pitches that have scored runs. Still does not have an RBI, as Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, will come out, have a meeting with Corbin Crosby. Seems like he's just been a little off here from his 4 previous outings. He was lights out in the other outings. Giving up 4 hits and a walk. Infield's going to stay in with Coulter Hamilton at third base with 1 out. Bergen started his college career at Johnson University in Knoxville, an NAIA school. He's from Aruba. Then he transferred to Lindsey Wilson, and he was in between that transfer from Johnson University to Lindsey Wilson a couple of years ago. Now he's at Jackson State. As he takes ball 3. And he is filled out, and he drills one. That's going to be down the first base line, just past the glove of Blake Carter. But Bergen's not stopping, and the throw is offline, and it gets into left field. Bergen's going to head to third on the errant throw. I just stopped and did not
Number 16.
pick that one up.
Portland.
Throw by John Paul Head, just a little offline, and that's a play that Elijah Stockton's going to have to get in front of that ball. So a double and an E9. He's now Cartwright takes ball 1. 2 runs in the inning. Swing and a miss. Yeah, called strike. Cartwright struck out looking in the first, and the Natives getting restless here on the strike zone by our home plate umpire. Sailed outside on the breaking pitch. Couple of doubles and a single in the inning have plated 2. And another runner out at third, and there's a line drive, base hit in center field, but it's for another. There's the first. Nope, that's that.
The first baseman. Number 2.
Cooper Wright will stand in. Second RBI as Nazir Bergen got an RBI double. Now Cartwright with an RBI single. Now 4 hits in the inning. And I still don't see anybody warming up. Runner goes. Pitch is a ball and a throw down. And not in time. A Cartwright gets underneath the tag. Cooper Wright, a left-handed hitter, popped out to the shortstop. Major strike on the outside corner. Thank you, Kelly Burning. I just now saw your response to where Bishop State is. Line drive right at the shortstop, Elijah Stockton, but he can't tag Cartwright out quick enough. Super Wright hit that one right on the screws. I was just wondering. I told the people, I said, that must not be Chris Williard because he didn't come over here and say hello. So I said, he's got a twin brother here then. Okay. All right. Good to see you, man. We will see you on Saturday. Your hat's getting on the screen right now. It is Chris Williard. He might still have a twin, but it is him hit the ballpark. Hendersonville firefighter. It's Hendersonville firefighters first responder night on Saturday against the Paducah Chiefs. Hey, that's tomorrow. Second to last home game for the Rhythm in the regular season. Fastball misses low and outside, and Corbin Crosby shaking his arm. I'm not sure if he's trying to wipe sweat. I'm hoping that's all it is. Just to wipe sweat off of his arm, and hope there's no tingling. I see some legs moving around down in the Rhythm bullpen. That pitch is in there for a called strike, and then we'll have another full count Ministries. Full count with 2 outs and a runner at second base. 3 runs in the inning. All 3 earned according to my calculation. And the pitch down low, like a changeup, ball 4 to Maldette. Second walk.
The 10th hitting hitter, number 21, Dylan Toller.
Dylan Toller, the DH. He had a strikeout looking in the second inning with a runner at first base. Lefty on lefty matchup. Toller, the only Panther from Kentucky Wesleyan on the Madisonville Miners roster. Charlie Bozeman in left, Parker Staborski in center, John Paul Head in right, Jake Merrick down at third base, Elijah Stockton at short, Spencer Gue at second, Blake Carter at first, and Aaron Beeman behind the plate catching Corbin Crosby, who pours a fastball in for a called strike. Corbin facing his 17th batter. He's given up 6 hits, walked a couple of batters. That's in there at the knees for a called strike taken by Toller. Is not, I don't know if he swung the bat yet. Struck out looking in the second inning. Takes 2 pitches right down the can for strikes. Lets the breaking pitch go by. Full count Ministries, full count. Wind's still whipping here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. We're inside Madisonville City Park in Madisonville, Kentucky. Runners on the move, and a broken bat, foul ball. Part of the bat went down toward first base, and the ball went over to the Rhythm dugout. So Dylan Toller's going to have to get a new twig. Trey Simmons up in Henderson the other day, I believe it was Henderson, broke 2 bats in 2 successive at-bats. Dylan Toller has a new one, and he's ready to stand in against the left-handed Throwing Corbin Crosby, former Mustang at Lipscomb Academy, in ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Load the bases for Cliff Weisinger. Cliff Weisinger the second. 23 RBIs, and he's not going to face Corbin Crosby, so apparently somebody has been throwing down in the Rhythm bullpen as Josh Carmen is out of the dugout, which means Corbin Crosby's evening is over. Let's see what Game Changer has in terms of number of pitches. 68 is the number. So we'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Chris Williard is in the building. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
United Machine & Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine & Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine & Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighter Association called the bullpen. Eli Potter on in relief of Corbin Crosby. Potter, 6 foot, 170-pound lefty, rising sophomore as he's transferring from Christian Brothers University to Sewanee, the University of the South. He's from Burns, Tennessee, went to Dixon County High School. Todd Ginger Potter are his parents, Alex, his brother. He's got a gran in Burns, Tennessee. He's also got a granddad and Nana down there, his mentor, Carter Pruitt. Potter is on for his 11th appearance, which ties Peyton Vaught and Dawson Sweeney for the team lead in appearances. It's his 10th in relief, 14 in the third innings, giving up 14 hits, 9 runs, 5 earned, 6 walks, 15 strikeouts. Has plunked the batter, a 3.14 ERA, and he comes in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Corbin Crosby, 2 2/3, 6 hits to this point, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Potter facing Cliff Weisinger. First pitch at the knees for a called strike. And again, the fans unhappy with that zone. Crosby faced 17 batters in his second start. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss by Weisinger on a ball in the dirt. The OVL leader in strikeouts. Picked up his 50th in the second. Eli Potter would be just as fine to have him pop out or hit a weak little ground ball to somebody. But he'll take a strikeout. And he does. A backward K, Safeware strikeout ends the inning. Eli Potter comes in and slams the door in the third. Not before the Miners pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error. It ended up not figuring into the scoring. 3 Miners left on base. We're a third of the way through this game. Madisonville leads 4-1. But it is early. It's a 9-inning ball game. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Grace Simmons, Aaron Beeman, Charlie Bozeman, the middle of the Rhythm lineup, 3, 4, and 5 to face Ernesto Mendiondo in inning number 4. Chris Williard is in the building with his family, and he is the mentor for John Paul Head, top hitter in the league. Just wondering why Chris might be here, but that might have a big part of it. I guess that might be Leanne Head that's sitting over there. Saw her briefly in the press box yesterday. Trey Simmons takes the first pitch outside. Facial recognition, not one of my strong suits, especially for women. I have eyes for only one woman. She's probably not listening. Don't tell my wife. That's a joke. It's my wife. She's my helper on the home games, but she's Noah Key here in Madisonville, though. She is not here. Pitch is drilled in the left center field by Simmons, and that's going to get to the Wally rounds first. He'll cruise into second base, drop the anchor for another do-dat double. Simmons' first hit in several games, and all 3 hits for Full Count in the ball game are extra bases. A couple of doubles by Simmons and Bozeman, and a leadoff home run by John Paul Head, his 8th of the year. And that'll bring up Aaron Beeman, who's playing in his first ball game here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. Right down Broadway, takes a called strike. On deck, Charlie Bozeman. Beeman went 1 for 4 in that first game. Had a couple of RBIs. Slices this one foul, and it gets out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Good thing they operate in Kentucky, because there is a parking lot just off to the right of the stadium. Another one in about the same place, another AAA autoglass foul ball. Final home game of the year is going to be Chick-fil-A of Rivergate Appreciation Night. You'll want to be at the ball game if you can. Brother Todd Hunley always delivers. 0-2. Ground ball to Coulter Hamilton. And again on 2 hops. That is about 4 for Hamilton on the play. Simmons moves to third. He's getting those nice Sunday hops, too. He's not getting the short hops or the in-between hops. He's getting some nice, sweet bounces right up to his glove. I think he's a pretty good fielding shortstop anyway, but this track here is a little bit difficult at times. Bozeman swings at the first pitch, gets jammed, and another AAA autoglass foul ball. That is 4 assists. The last 7 batters for Hamilton. Bozeman nearly plunked with that inside fastball. Does a quick little back step. Didn't tell you that our game time temperature is brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. It was over there the other day. There's a ground ball. There's Hamilton's not going to get this one, and Bozeman's 2 for 2. Drives in a run with a single up the middle. And a Rhythm cut the deficit to 2. 2 hits in the inning, now 4 for the game. Brings up Blake Carter. Carter 0 for in yesterday's ball game, 0 for 3. And this was Bozeman, Nate Webb, and Spencer Yu. And Simmons was 0 for 4. 5 hits, all collected by the top 4 batters in the lineup yesterday. Need some contribution from the lower part of the lineup. We're going to get back into this ball game. Carter struck out in the second, indecisive on a breaking pitch. See if he's ready for it this time. Gets the fastball low and in. And he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Simmons a leadoff double in the left center field gap after a ground out. Charlie Bozeman drives Simmons in. He's wearing the number 35 instead of his regular 31. There's that breaking pitch. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Another breaking pitch. Just stays in a bit. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count. On deck, Elijah Stockton, who got an inning on the mound in last night's game. Popped up on the right side, Britton out, and he's going to give way to Ian Cartwright, who makes the catch. We're out number 2. Carter now 0 for 2. Elijah Stockton did not play in yesterday's game except to pitch. He did not get an at-bat. Did pick up 3 outs. Allowed a sacrifice fly and a run to score. Backs away from the low inside fastball. Rhythm had 13 walks in that game yesterday. And plunked 2 batters, 15. Throw over to first base, and the ball goes out of play. Looking down at my sheet, didn't see him throw over. Bozeman will move down to second base on the errant throw. Now another runner in scoring position for Elijah Stockton. Fastball up from Friendship Christian High School, plays for the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. From Gallatin, Tennessee. Grounded out to short his first time at the plate. Fouls that one straight back. That might have got a piece of our umpire. Taking a hack on a 2-0 count. Two outs, runner at second, 1 run already in for a full count. Fastball high and away. Stockton lays off. Parker Staborski in the on-deck area. Hoping to get an at-bat here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss by Stockton. Well, the full count ministry's full count. Wouldn't expect Bozeman to try to swipe third with a left-handed batter up, but he is 11 for 11 in stolen bases. In John Paul Head share the lead. Smoke down to left field. It'll go foul. Weisinger can't catch up to that one. It's a full count first pitch foul ball. Miners are better off away from Elmer Kelly Stadium. They were 8-9 on the road. They are 3-12 here in Madisonville. Runner does go, and throw down to third is not in time. I think they might have said something about a interference or something. The umpire had his arm out. Maybe it was a balk. But ball 4 and a stolen base, as now Brian Campbell, the head coach of Madisonville, wants to have a conversation with our third base umpire. It's not going to be in that camera angle, so we'll have to go right here. I thought he put his arm out, which I think is, I thought it was interference, is what that, like obstruction or something. But I'm not versed on my umpiring machinations, I guess, or the signs and all that. But Bozeman's going to get a stolen base. That's his 12th of the year. He did what I didn't think he would do, is try to take off. First walk of the ball game by Mendiondo, and runners at the corners. Brings up Parker Staborski, and he hits one high out to center field. That's well hit. Nazir Bergen, he's going to watch that one sail out of here. Parker Staborski hits his first home run of the year, dead center. 335, just got it over the wall. He hit it well, and that is a 3-run homer. That gives the Rhythm the lead. Second home run of the ball game. Parker's first of the year. I knew it was a matter of time. I did not use my yard card. But a 2-out, 3-run home run by Staborski puts the Rhythm back up on top, and now takes Corbin Crosby off the hook for a loss. And a line drive by Spencer Yu. He's going to have to hustle. Ball gets by the right fielder, Ian Cartwright, and it rolls to the wall. Yu's going to round second. He's going to head to third, and he's going to get there. The throw comes to the plate. Carson Howard, third base coach, is going to hold him up. Ian Cartwright was trying to come in and maybe collect that quick enough to try to throw Spencer Yu out at first base. Spencer Yu was running like a scalded dog down to first. And then as soon as he saw the ball get by Cartwright, he knew that third base was in his future. So a single and a 2-base error by Cartwright gives John Paul head, as they're going to go ahead and walk John Paul. Not a bad move. The top hitter in the league draws his second intentional walk, I believe, in as many games. I believe that was yesterday. Nope, that was apparently, nope, there it is. Yes, it was. It was yesterday in the 6th inning, as Brian Campbell will come out to chat. So that's the second walk, albeit an intentional walk. And that puts runners at first and third with 2 out. And Jake Merritt's going to have to make that hurt. So a double by Trey Simmons to start the inning. A ground out, then a single by Charlie Bozeman drives in Simmons. Fly out by Blake Carter gives the second out. Walk to Elijah Stockton, puts 2 on, and Parker Staborski clears the bases with a 3-run home run. Cliff Weisinger just now getting back to his position in left field. That's the reason for the delay. And Jake Merrick takes a breaking pitch that whispers at the inside corner for a called strike. Jake 0 for 2. He's looking for his first knock, and a good time right now. Comes in hitting .363. He's got 37 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. And there's a ground ball to second, backhanded nicely by Pete Britton. Although otherwise that was headed to center field. Nice backhand by Britton. 9 come to the plate. 4 come in to score. 2 are left on. All 4 of those runs are earned. 4 hits in the inning for full count. A double, 2 singles, and a 3-run home run by Parker Staborski. gives the Rhythm the 5-4 lead. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Second baseman, number 4.
7 runs scored in the last 2 half innings of play. 3 by the Madisonville Miners in the bottom of the third to take a 4-1 lead, and 4 by Full Count in the top of the fourth to take the lead back by 1, 5-4. Pete Britton will step to the plate. It's his third time to stand in the box. He's 2 for 2. Lines out to Bozeman, who comes in and makes the catch over his head. First pitch swinging. And Pete Britton lines out to the left fielder for out number 1. Jay Myers, you're right. We needed some big hits in that inning, and bottom of the lineup came through. Coulter Hamilton, number 2 hole hitter. He doubled the last time he came to the plate. It's actually a single down the left field line. He went to second on the throw. Eli Potter back out for his first full inning and delivers some movement on that pitch. I think it was a fastball, maybe a splitter just inside to Hamilton. There's a fastball on the outside corner. John Paul Head hit his 8th home run, a solo shot leading off the ball game. Rhythm took the 1-0 lead. Madisonville scored 1 in the bottom to tie it up. And that pitch winks at the outside corner, and Potter gets ahead 1-2. And after neither team scored in the second, Madisonville scored 3 in their bottom half. Full Count came back and went on top on the 3-run home run by Parker Staborski, his first of the year. The Catawba Indian from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. He's playing center field today as Potter has that one slip out of his hands. Well, Full Count Ministries, Full Count. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Coulter Hamilton to be followed by Noah Burning. Potter delivers, swing and a miss, and a safe square strikeout. That is 2 out of 3 batters that Potter has struck out. First time that Hamilton has gone down. And the first 2 retired here in the bottom of the fourth. Noah Burning's 0 for 2. First time he's going to come to the plate without runners in scoring position. It's grounded out to Spencer Yu at second and Blake Carter at first, who's now hugging the line. He takes a breaking pitch on the inside corner. Corbin Crosby started the game with 2 2/3. Smacked around a little bit by the Miners. That is right to Spencer Yu. Tried to backhand it, goes right underneath his glove. And a 2-out base runner. Let's see how that one's scored. I would imagine they're going to score that a single. It's a pretty hard hit ball. Spencer didn't want to get in front of it, and I don't blame him. It was scalded pretty good, and that thing takes a bad hop. It's going to come up and rearrange your teeth. And they do award Burning a single. But if he gets in front of it, that one stayed down. He could have smothered that one. Now does Nazir Bergen at the plate, takes ball one. 7th hit of the ball game for the Miners. Potter staying away from the thick center fielder. He has spent some time in the weight room and with some good nutrition since I saw him a couple of years ago for the first time. Another fastball outside, and Bergen has a 3-ball, no strike count. Came here late, did not start the season with Madisonville. Not sure where he was playing, if he was playing, after leaving Lindsey Wilson. That gets on the outside corner. Potter's not totally given up with Ian Cartwright on deck. The 3-1. Off-speed pitch swung over the top of by Bergen. Another full count, Ministries full count. Zier walked in the first, and he doubled down the first base line just past the outstretched glove of Blake Carter down at first base. Ended up moving over to third on an error. Big swing and a miss on a slow breaking pitch, and another Safeware strikeout. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner was left aboard. Potter struck out 3 of the 5 that he's faced. It's time for the Rhythm to come to the plate again with those old hickory steel press bats.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm now with 25 home runs on the season. Let's see what's going on with the Henderson Flash and the Fulton Railroaders. Railroaders lead 1-0, and they are in a delay over at Fulton. I think that's this game. First pitch swinging, Trey Simmons, who led off the last inning with a double, fouls this one off. AAA autoglass foul ball. He's 1 for 2. Ernesto Mendiondo still in the ball game, and Simmons pulls away from that breaking pitch that does not break. Hoppers 5-2 over the Paducah Chiefs. They put a 5 spot on the board in the 4th, and they're still batting. Line drive into center field. Simmons now 2 for 3. Gets the inning started again with a knock. The soon-to-be Pellissippi Panther transferring from LMU. Nobody wants to be a rail splitter. I got to get the story, the backstory on why Lincoln Memorial is called the Rail Splitters. Aaron Beeman, a couple out, says that ball's in the dirt, knocked down by Maldette, but keeps it in front, and Simmons stays at first. Flew out in the first and grounded out in the fourth inning. Rhythm sent 9 to the plate in the fourth, scored 4. Left 2 on the bag. Fastball sails outside. Mendiondo from Miami, Florida. Sure where he's originally from Miami or could be Dominican, could be Cuban, could be Puerto Rican. He's no question Latino. Maybe he's from Nicaragua. Bad news for the Rhythm in their mission trips is that 3-0 pitch right down Broadway due to some government regulation. Full Count Rhythm has to cancel their 3 weeks mission trips in July. 3-0 is grounded foul. Steven Ardito, the bus driver for Anchor Transportation, that drove us up here, down there on the far end of the fence. Couldn't make that play. It hit off the fence in front of him. Steven, get behind the fence. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Aaron Beeman with Charlie Bozeman on deck. See if Simmons is off. He is not. And a swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Down goes Beeman. Probably would have been ball 4. But instead, it's a second strikeout by Mendiondo. Charlie Bozeman 2 for 2, double in the second. Drove in a run with a single in the fourth, stands in. Stay hot, Charlie. They want to check down at first base, and they said that Bozeman went, and Bozeman shakes his head. He's in agreement with that. They checked at first base. I thought he might have held up. Count goes 0-1. Simmons at first base. And there's the line drive. Charlie Bozeman is hot. Reisinger gets it back in, and the runner's at first and second now with 1 out. Charlie 3 for 3. Came in with 9 hits on the season. He now has a dozen. 2 doubles, 3 home runs. Love to see it. Lost one of the outfielders as of yesterday. Saw the group me, and Lou D'Alessio's name was removed from the group because he headed back to New Jersey to get ready for his upcoming season with the St. Peter's Peacocks. Now the Rhythm down to 4 outfielders. Nolan Sargent, the other outfielder on the bench. Just a hair down to Carter, and he's going to start this at-bat with a 2-ball, no-strike count. Carter a strikeout and a flyout. One-handed swing there on a pitch that dove down to his feet. He was expecting a better pitch on a 2-0 count. Mendiondo did not give in. Full count with 8 hits on the game. Ground ball up the middle. It will sneak down underneath the glove. They're going to hold Simmons as Mendiondo will be the cutoff man. Late arriving is Cooper Wright, the first baseman. And the bases are jammed with bomb pops. 1 out. Elijah Stockton's going to face a new pitcher, it looks like, as everybody's out to shake Ernesto Mendiondo's hand. We'll take a quick break to tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Madisonville Miners, Jackson Grisham, a left-hander out of Louisville, Kentucky, plays his college baseball, or will, at Indiana University Southeast. He is on in relief of Ernesto Mendiondo. He goes 4 1/3 innings. Gives up 9 hits to this point. 5 runs with 3 runners on base are his responsibility. Walked 2. Struck out 2. Has given up 2 long balls. Has not plunked a batter. And has faced 24 rhythm batters to this point in 4 1/3 innings. Jackson Grissom on for his 10th appearance of the year. It's his 8th in relief. 2-0 record. 26 hits given up, 16 runs, 15 of those are earned. Walked 13, struck out 15. Has plunked 3 batters, a 5.63 ERA. He comes in with bases loaded and 1 out. Lefty on lefty matchup as he's going to face left-handed hitting Elijah Stockton. Stockton drew a walk in his last at-bat, grounded out in the second. Corners are in for Madisonville. Ground ball to second, over to second for 1, and they get the 4-6-3 double play. Stockton hustling down the line. He didn't think that they got him, but 1 pitch delivered by Grissom, and they get out of the inning. 4-6-3 double play. Nice turn. Feed by Britton over to Hamilton. And that ends the threat. The Rhythm do not score. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners were left on base. They're headed to the bottom of the 5th. We'll keep it right here and have a little history lesson. What should we talk about today? I didn't prepare anything. We'll just open up the Rhythm history page, see where it takes us. Take us to 2023. Highest batting average. Let's see if I can figure that out for highest batting average all time at the conclusion of the season. Apparently I have not done season number 1 of batting averages. No, I think I did. Jackson Hannon, I believe, a 329 batting average in that first year. That was bested in the second year by Drew Lowry. He hit 339 in the regular season, or 339 overall. He was 343 in the regular season. Drew Robertson in year number 3, 364 overall. He had an excellent postseason. He hit 359 in the regular season. Jackson Cothran had the high batting average for Full Count in last year, 346, I believe it was. John Paul Head's going to blow that out of the water this year, hitting about 470. We are ready for action in the bottom of the 5th. Don't really have a sponsor for the Full Count Rhythm spotlight on history. Maybe we'll see if we can sell that next year as the first pitch is fouled off. AAA Autoglass foul ball gets out of play. Potter out for his third inning. Second full inning, delivers a pitch down low. Big possible momentum swing there for Madisonville after getting the ground ball double play to end the inning. Ian Cartwright, Cooper Wright, and Dominic Maldette. As Potter now has gone 3-1 to Cartwright, is 1 for 2. RBI single in the third. A strike called at the letters. And I've got a full count. Ministries full count. There they go. They get it up on the scoreboard. Same spot, different result. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. First walk of the game by Eli Potter, who's on in relief of Corbin Crosby. Sometimes I like to call him Cooper. Only when Cooper Wright's coming to the plate. Picked on Elijah Stockton for some reason. Pop out, and he squares the bunt, takes a ball down. Popped out to Stockton at short and lined out to Stockton at short. He's 0 for 2. Devin McCarron apparently not feeling well, not on the trip today. Stockton playing short, ground ball foul, as heard some people call that the butcher boy play, where you square around the bunt, pull the bat back, and swing it. See if you can draw somebody in. Doesn't really work as well, I don't think, with a left-handed batter, especially with the runner at first base, because Blake Carter's holding the runner on at first. Squaring around and takes a ball, throw down to first, Cartwright back in time. Somebody left hanging with the not even chant. Nobody said close. Squares this one, pops it up. It's coming back this way. Off the chain link fence and down to Dominic Maldette, the on deck batter. Now 2 strikes on Wright, who apparently has now failed in his attempt to lay down a bunt. 2-2 pitch, grounded to you. He gloved it on one. Hop throws to Stockton for 1 over to first, and there's a 4-6-3 dudette double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Eli Potter. Nice turn by Stockton, normally a second baseman. As far as I know, he's only played second base for the Rhythm. Don't think he played second base or played shortstop for Kentucky Wesleyan, because Logan Molnar, a former Vol State Pioneer, I think played that position primarily for the Panthers. So after the leadoff walk, Eli Potter gets a 4-6-3 dudette double play. You can go to do.me, see all they do in the printing world. But everything Full Count has printed is done by Craig Sinnard and his group over at Dudette Communications. And again, Potter's now gone 3-0 to Maldette. Been on base both times he's come to the plate. Singled in the second, walked in the third. Batting for the third time here in the bottom of the 5th. That's in there for a called strike. Wind's still kicking up behind me. I need a paperweight. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning puts Maldette on, and Dylan Toller, 8-hole hitter, and the DH stands in.
1, 2, 4.
Potter heading to Sewanee, the University of South, along with Spencer Yu. Both of them were in the portal and both have found locations. I think we still got at least one. Garrett Sims, I believe, is still in the portal, leaving Middle Tennessee State University. Carter Kelly leaving Lipscomb, pitched yesterday. I think I heard that he's going to Pellissippi State with Trey Simmons. So that pitch misses. I think there's been a first pitch strike. Maybe, nope, Cooper Wright didn't even get one. Another one down as Potter struggling to find the strike zone. Potter's 11th appearance of the year. Doesn't typically go 3 innings. He's going to end up, he gets out of this inning. That'll be 2 1/3. He's facing his 9th batter in the ball game. 2-1 pitch, grounded to the first base coach who boots it. It's not Carson Howard down there, folks. Head coach for the Madisonville Miners, Brian Campbell. He's assisted by Braden Taylor and Sean Checks. Check with a Z at the end. Freeman set up outside, and that's where it was delivered. A Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned. Near the end of the game, we'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game, along with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Typically, it's a hitter here at Madisonville. That's on the outside corner, and Dylan Toller goes down looking with another Safeware strikeout. The second time in the ball game, 4th strikeout of the game by Potter, and he leaves one stranded. No runs and no hits in the inning. We are through 5, and the Rhythm lead 5-4, and they're coming to the plate with their old Hickory steel press bats.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jackson Grissom, 1 pitch, got 2 outs in the 5th inning, came in with the bases loaded, 1 out. Got Elijah Stockton to ground out into a 4-6-3 double play. If you're not familiar with the numbering, that's the second baseman. Over to the shortstop at second base, and then on to first base. The 4-6-3. Mark McDaniel likes it the other way. He likes it the 6-4-3 because that always equals 2. He's got a T-shirt to prove it. We're going to toss that baseball out. We don't want to use it ever again. Doesn't have enough stitches, laces. It's stitches. Parker Staborski hit a 3-run homer the last time he came up. He's not going to do that again. Rounds 1 down to Carson Howard. That is easy peasy lemon squeezy. And he makes the throw to the Madisonville dugout. I mean, I want to see him lay out for one. He's not going to be able to see it, but I'll describe it if he does. 3-year player with Full Count Rhythm, back this year as a coach. Jonas Smithson back at first base, where a pitcher belongs. Wait a minute, both of them are pitchers. Carson Howard might tell you that, I mean, probably is right. His very first game in a Rhythm uniform think he played second base. Staborski can't hold up on that tailing fastball. I think we had several of our position players who were delayed in coming back in 2022. And Howard, I think, came as he thought he was going to be a two-way player. Maybe Josh Carmen didn't. Fastball stays out. My recollection, and it's an old man recollection, so it's probably wrong. He was at second base in that first game. I don't remember anything spectacular happening. Fly ball down the left field line. It's going to be foul. Weisinger over to give it a chase. Makes a dive. Can't come up with it. It falls out of his glove, and Staborski will get another opportunity as Brian Campbell comes out of the dugout to have a conversation with the home plate umpire about something. Not sure. Staborski's not batting out of turn. Not sure what he could be discussing. But it's all Brian Campbell talking. Looks like they're going to have a conference with the umpires. Not sure what that is. Weisinger had nobody in his way from left field over to the left field line, and there was plenty of room. He gave it a good effort, sliding attempt, but this looks like Mason Davidson that's behind the plate. He's been at full count before. Third base umpire looks familiar, but I don't know his name, but I think it's Mason Davidson behind the plate. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Nothing changed that I could see. Umpires talked to each other, and then whatever the response was, they gave it back to Brian Campbell, the head coach. A couple of years as an assistant at Vincennes University, a 4-year school that plays JUCO baseball. He's now at Southeast Indiana. Full count pitch. That's delivered high and deep to center field. Back goes Nazir Berger, and he's still going back, and he drops the baseball. Staborski is going to head to third, and the throw gets over the cutoff man. Staborski's going to end up at third base. I'm not sure if Bergen thought he was closer to the wall than he was, but it looked like he was a little bit nonchalant on getting the glove up soon enough. Delayed doing that, and it fell out of his glove. So I don't see that as a hit. It's got to be an E8, I would expect. So let's go to the game changer and see what say the official score. Spencer Yu with the drawn in infield takes ball one. Miners already have one error by the right fielder. And they gave him a triple ground ball. Cut off by Bernie. He throws it in dirt, and it gets by the first baseman. Yu's going to round first, and he's going to get second base as a ground rule. The ball goes out of play. A ground out. It's an E5, and a run scores. No RBI, but the Rhythm leads 6-4. So Staborski given a triple. So he's got halfway to the cycle. Parker, that is a gift. He reaches on an E5. Goes over to second base. No RBI to you as Staborski was not coming to the plate on the ground out. He only scored on the bad throw to first base. And now John Paul Head at the plate with his papa celebrating a birthday. 88. Here on 7-11 day. That's fisted to the right side, and that may drop, and it will, and it kicked to the farther into foul territory. John Paul is rounding second, and he is going to head for third. The throw is not in time, and that is a true triple. John Paul Head with a home run and a triple. Drives in you. And the Rhythm leads 7-4. Still nobody out. That's an unearned run scored by Spencer Yu. An RBI to Head. That's his second of the ball game. That's a bloop triple that Ian Cartwright could not grab, and it kicked farther into foul territory. Ian Cartwright recovered it, but John Paul Head runs pretty well. So a couple of triples, and this is the triples park. Rhythm of probably all but maybe one of their triples has occurred right here at Elmer Kelly Stadium today, or this year. Jake Merrick looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 3. He wants to join the party, takes a called strike. Jackson Grissom delivers, spikes that in the ground. Dominic Maldet makes the stop. I think they call him Dom. Ernesto Mendiondo started, went 4 1/3, gave up 9 hits, 5 runs. They were earned, walked 2, struck out 2. Gave up 2 long balls. Merrick takes a pitch high. Grissom, like a lot of left-handers, kind of slings the ball to the plate. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube and Facebook. Ground ball, and Bernie's going to get another shot, but it's going to hop right over his glove into left field. John Paul Head comes in to score. Let's see how they rule that one. I would assume a base hit. Tough hop over there by Burning, and he trying to field it on the side of him. Just don't want to get in front of some of these ground balls here. It's a rough infield. It's tough outfield as well. As Dominic Maldet will go out. And Jake Merrick credited with a single. It's back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. And an RBI for Merrick, so he's joining the party. John Paul Head, 2 for 3, didn't intentionally walk, driven in 2 runs. He scored 2 runs. In the Rhythm with a 3 spot here in the 6th against Jackson Grissom. Trace Simmons, who's 2 for 3. In the right-handed portion of the batter's box, takes the ball outside. Simmons picked up his 4th double. Not having RBI yet. Low and inside, 2 ball, no strike count. Grissom's got to come in to the 3-hole hitter, Trace Simmons, who's the DH tonight. Another one down by Simmons' feet. He's wearing Jonathan Stewart's jersey tonight. Apparently he forgot his red jersey. 3-0 is outside a 4-pitch walk, as apparently somebody is warming in the Madisonville Miners bullpen as Brian Campbell up out of the dugout, and he's going to walk down to his bullpen to see if whoever's warming is ready. Merrick moves down to second. Simmons at first. Aaron Beeman looking for his first hit of the ball game, and he's going to get it against get a chance against a different pitcher. Out of the dugout comes Brian Campbell. So we're going to have a new pitcher. Give me time to tell you about some more of the supporters and sponsors of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. The Meat Sweats, they are one of the food sponsors and had that barbecue sandwich that they delivered to the press box the other day. My wife and I ate that. We were starving when we got home and heated that up in the microwave. It was delicious. Martin and his crew does a great job. They do barbecue pork, they do brisket, even their buns taste good. So they are one of the meat or meal sponsors. Is finally Jackson Grissom comes off the field. First Bank Mortgage, John Smithson's new place of business. They're a supporter and in the program. Samusi Hibachi, they also bring a food truck. They were at the ballpark yesterday. Marson Hauling, I think I'm going to have to give them a call. Trevor Marson, I got a couple things in my driveway that I keep thinking I'm going to take somewhere and maybe get some money for it, but I think it's about time to just let it go. I need to give Trevor a phone call, have him come out to the house and haul that stuff off. Of course, Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Chris Williard, here at the ballpark tonight. We'll have first responder night on Saturday night. The Rudder and Anchor High Marina full page ad in the program, printed by Dudak Communications. Almost stopped by there the other day to stop and have a bite to eat. I had to go drop some stuff off at Stitches by Cindy. Hey, by the way, if you have backpacks or lunch boxes that you want personally embroidered, then go by and see Cindy, CYNDI, Stitches by Cindy. She's on Facebook. You can email her, go by her house. That's where she does business, 114 Meadow View in Hendersonville, and she'll get you fixed up. Tell them you heard about it right here on the Full Count Rhythm broadcast, and who knows what she'll throw in. But they are gearing up right now for back-to-school items. So Stitches by Cindy, they bring us the game time temperature. As the new pitcher is on, Niall Todd, one of the newer pitchers for the Madisonville Miners. I think I saw that he was from Eastern Kentucky University. Let's see if I've got some 411 that I can pull up on that. Niall Todd. Let's say Eastern Kentucky University. And he's going to face Aaron Beeman with 2 on, nobody out. 3 runs already in. Fastball a little bit up as he steps on one there. A little bit of pace to that fastball, but it was high to Aaron Beeman, who's 0 for 3. He's from Akron, Ohio. Previously played at Youngstown State from Wooldridge High School in Akron, Ohio. Gets a called strike there. The Akron Zips, Youngstown State, now at Eastern Kentucky, or at least he was there last year. The 1-1 slider swung on and fouled out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball off the roof. That was a sharp breaker as he drops down to deliver that slider. 6'2", 185-pound. I'm assuming he's going to be a rising junior at EKU. He'll play up there with Jackson Cothran, who is headed that way. Nearly plunked Beeman as There's a lot of herk and jerk on the motion for Niall Todd. Ground ball to second, could be two. Britton glove toss over to Coulter Hamilton. Wow, that was slick right there. Britton, you don't see that happen a lot, folks. He glove tossed that one. Didn't even hit it in his throwing hand, and it's another 4-6-3 double play. Aaron Beeman now 0 for 4. Merrick moves over to third. Simmons out on the play. He fielded that, and then in one motion, glove flipped it to Coulter Hamilton, who threw a strike to Cooper Wright. And now Charlie Bozeman takes ball one outside. Todd delivered low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bozeman's 3 for 3. Double in the second, singled and scored, drove in a run in the fourth, and singled, was stranded at second in the fifth. Go ahead, Charlie. We've had 3 guys in one game that got 4 hits here in Elmer Kelly Stadium. Way back on a 22-hit effort. That was, I believe, that 11-5. I'm going to go back and look at my score sheets. Would make sense that it's the 14-2 win. Rhythm had 22 hits, 3-0 pitch sales outside, and Bozeman won't get an opportunity to swing the stick in this at-bat. Draws the walk. Jackson Grissom goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits. 3 runs to this point. But Merrick, who's on at third base, still his responsibility. Walked 1, did not strike out a batter. Blake Carter is 1 for 3, stands in. How about another 3-run home run right here? Blake steps back from a letter-high fastball. It's called a strike. Strikeout victim in the second. Flew out to right in the fourth and singled up the middle. Then was erased on a 4-6-3 inning double play by Stockton. That ball's hit out to left field. Weisinger turns. He heads to the wall, and it is gone. Tim Reese didn't use his yard card, but he prophesied, or at least wished for a 3-run homer, and the wish came true. Blake Carter delivers his 3rd home run of the season. And a 2-out bomb puts the Rhythm up 11-4. That was a line drive that got out of here quickly. Carter now with a 2 for 4 night. That'll bring up Elijah Stockton looking for his first hit of the ball game, and he's tired of facing left-handers. He takes a called strike, especially the herky-jerky kind that Niall Todd is. His fastball's getting in there a little bit faster, I think, than the other 2 pitchers for the Miners. Six runs in the inning. Stockton takes a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. He's down in the count 1-2. Tapper could be fair, but it bounces foul. Stockton a late jump out of the batter's box. Elijah, the 9th batter to come to the plate. 2nd time that the Rhythm have sent 9 to the plate. 3 home runs in the game for full count. A solo shot leading off the game by John Paul Head. A 3-run homer by Parker Staborski, and now a 3-run home run by Blake Carter. Still have not had a grand slam this year. That is now 26 home runs. Stockton does a nice little dance. Get out of the way. Somebody from the press box says, wear it. Not from the dugout. Sure, the press box didn't say that. Be a tough press box if it did. I don't know if Ken Stegall, our official scorer, has ever yelled that out in the middle of the press box. 2-2, sliced foul over above the on-deck circle. That's where Parker Staborski is hanging out. Riding high off his 3-run homer in the fourth and is what was ruled a triple on a deep fly ball to center field. Zier Bergen had come out of his glove. Breaking pitch stays down. Otherwise, that was going to fool Elijah. That had a nice break on it. Full count Ministries, full count to the rhythm shortstop. Looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. The wind in the pitch, way outside. Stockton walks for the second time. It's Staborski. Stride to the plate. Batting for the second time in the inning. And it messes up a scorebook or score sheet, as I have. Big thanks to Reed Glover, who printed my score sheets on some card stock. That ball goes to the backstop, kicks back to the catcher, but Maldette can't handle it, and it's a wild pitch that moves Stockton to second. Reed Glover at the beginning of the year printed up about 50 of my cardstock score sheets and put the rhythm guitar pick. They got him at second base. Stockton looked like he was going to try to go to third while Todd was sleeping at the wheel on the mound, but apparently Pete Britton hollered out quickly enough, and the throw drove Stockton back to second. Nice guitar pick is right center on both sides of my score sheet. It gives it a professional look. Nobody else sees it but me. I just feel better. It's like wearing, back when you used to wear a nice suit. Thank God I don't have to wear suits anymore. I don't even have one that fits me. Gained a few pounds since I retired 10 years ago. Not proud of it. It's just a fact. Staborski 2 for 3. Single and a double away from the cycle. We haven't had that this year. Swings and misses on the fastball. Todd challenged him there. 4 hits in the inning for full count. It's 13 in the game. AAA Autoglass foul ball. That gets into the parking lot. Didn't hear glass shatter, but called AAA Autoglass. They do business right here in Kentucky. Handled the windshield on my pickup truck and the windshield on my wife's car that my daughter now drives. I upgraded my wife. 2-2 pitch. Another AAA Autoglass foul ball. I don't think that gets into the parking lot, though. Oh, there's the sounder. PA man, I guess, is also the sounds producer here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. The press box is not behind home plate. I'm behind home plate. Sitting in the stands, but press box over by the third base dugout. Just a bit outside there with the sidearm breaking pitch. That may be a pitch behind. Probably am. Full count Ministries, full count. shows on Game Changer and the scoreboard. Shows Elmer Kelly Field out on the scoreboard because they ran out of room. They didn't build a big enough scoreboard to be able to put stadium, and I guess they didn't want to put SDM on there. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Staborski down on strikes, and that ends the 6th. But the Rhythm send 6 to the plate, and 10 to the plate. 6 cross it meaningfully. I believe 5 of those are earned. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There was 1 error. That's how Spencer Yu reached base. And 1 runner was left on. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Full count with a touchdown lead. We'll be right back. A full count broadcast now.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
When I think of Corson, I think of Grant Edwards and Eric Alexander. I saw Grant at the ball game yesterday. Just haven't been able to spend much time with Grant this summer or his boys. Eli Potter back out for the bottom half of the 6th, gets a called strike to Cliff Weisinger, the second, who struck out twice already. Now 51 strikeouts on the season. And the scoreboard flashing, that probably doesn't help Cliff Weisinger much as he's trying to concentrate on the pitch. The 1-2 fouled back. I believe Christian Smith with Full Count Rhythm in the first year in 2021 may have set the OVO record for most strikeouts, and that's another wave and a miss and a Safeware strikeout sets down Cliff Weisinger. 5th strikeout of the ball game by Eli Potter, 2 in a row. As Pete Britton stands in, he's 2 for 3. I want to say, and I don't have it written down for some reason, I don't have the individual stats like that on my little cheat sheet. The one that I have, I need to print off the updated one as Potter misses apparently just down with that pitch. I think he had 63 in 1 year. Now that was a 44 game schedule, I believe, that first year. Rhythm ended up 36-14, so played 50 games. We're 4-2 in the playoffs. So more games. Cliff Weisinger now with 52 strikeouts. After striking out Weisinger, he's gone 3 balls and no strikes to Britton. Came in hitting .310, 35 hits, now with 37 on the season. Takes a called strike. Britton, a good-looking player from Oakland City University. He is a slick fielding second baseman. Not sure if he plays second for Oakland City or not. Swings and fouls that one off. And they'll look at a Full Count Ministries full count. Potter has the sign and delivers. It's high. Britton reaches base for the third time. 1 out base runner. Third walk of the ball game for Eli Potter.
Coulter Hamilton.
Coulter Hamilton will stand in. 1 for 2 on my score sheet. He's 1 for 3 on the game changer sheet. Not credited with a sac bunt. Gave him an error, or reaching on an error. Not squaring around here. Grounds 1 to third. Merrick over to second for 1, and no throw to first. Britton is retired at the bag. Nice throw by Jake Merrick to get the lead runner. Now 2 outs as Hamilton grounds into the fielder's choice. Noah Burning 1 for 3. I believe that's his mama that's listening in. From Bishop State Community College. She's from Brandon, Florida, I believe. Heard her. Maybe not. I think I may be thinking, is there a Bishop State player on Hoptown? Here's a pitch right down the can. I heard a fan that was up from Florida was a parent of one of the Hoptown players while we were there playing. Slow breaking pitch fouled off, and Potter ahead in the count. They were up visiting. That was the 4th of July that they were up, but I thought they were from Bishop State, but I don't remember. 1-2 pitch. He's inside. Potter thought he had one there. One in relief came on in the 3rd inning. Got Cliff Weisinger to strike out looking with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Another tapper foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gave up 1 hit in the 4th. Walked a couple in the 5th. Walked a 3rd here in the 6th. But now has 2 outs with 1 on. 3-hole hitter Noah Burning at the plate. 2-2. And that's going to plunk Burning. He's going to take that one in the wallet. And just like Coach on Cheers, he's heading to first. That's the first hit batter of the game, I believe, by either team. Jimmy Gamboa will come out of the Rhythm dugout to have a confab with Eli Potter now with 2 runners on and 2 outs, maybe just to settle him down. I would assume this is the last inning for Potter. Let's give you a check of the other 2 games that are being played. Hoptown 7-3 over the 2nd place Paducah Chiefs. Full count, 3 games ahead of the Chiefs. So Rhythm happy for the Hoppers to put an L on the board for the Chiefs. That game is in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hoptown batting. Let's see if Fulton Railroaders and the Henderson Flash have resumed play. They were delayed earlier. They have. Fulton with a 6-1 lead. They're trying to get their 3rd straight win as Henderson is batting in the top of the 9th. Nazir Bergen takes a big cut. JV hack, my son used to call that back in high school. He comes up empty. He's trying to hit his own 3-run home run. Breaking pitch on the outside corner, and Potter gets ahead 0-2. It might have been a little bit generous there. Outside. Bergen has 3 home runs in his short time with the minors this year, 13 games. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's got 3 doubles too, so 7 extra base hits, and he's got a strikeout here, a Safeware strikeout on the breaking pitch, ends the inning. That is the 6th strikeout on my score sheet for Eli Potter. If that's his last inning, great job by him. 3 1/3 innings of shutout baseball. We're going to the top of the 7th. The Rhythm, they could, dare I say, with 3 runs, could pitch for the ball game in the bottom of the 7th. They can put a 3-run rally together in the top of the 7th. We'll take a break and we'll find out right after this message.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Nine, 1-2 due up here in the top of the 7th to face left-hander Niall Todd. Came on in relief of Jackson Grissom in the 6th inning. Rhythm sent 10 to the plate. Spencer Yu hit a ground ball down to the third baseman, who threw the ball in the dirt, and it got by Cooper Wright. He reached, and Parker Staborski, who was on at third, ended up coming in to score. Temper foul to the on-deck area where John Paul Head stands. Spencer won 1 for 3. Apparently that caught a piece of the catcher, as our umpire is going to give Dominic Maldette a little breather. Pops out of the glove of Maldette and goes to the backstop on the slider. You from Ensworth High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Y-U, how his last name is spelled. $5'10", 200-pound rising sophomore, son of Jim and Aaron Yu, brother to Andrew. Takes a pitch right down the middle for ball 3. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. His grandparents in Henderson, Nevada, Amma and Ogden, he calls them. Pop and Graham, they're in Westerly, Rhode Island. Mark Evans, his mentor. Sliced foul in the right field corner. Full count, first pitch, foul ball. And a one hopper, it's booted by Britton. That was too easy for Pete Britton. Spencer Yu reaches again on another error. This one an E4. It must have had some spin on it. It looked like it was off the end of the bat. I have no idea what's going on with the Ohio Valley League website. I guess something's going on. Every time I go back to it, it keeps on wanting to verify I'm a human. John Paul Head takes a breaking pitch for a called strike. Not a position where he would be walked. As an intentional walk, a home run, a triple, driven in 2 runs. One of those was himself. There's a ground ball up the middle, and Pete Britton's going to step on the base and throw John Paul out at first base, and Britton gets a chance to make up for his error, and a 4-3 double play erases Yu's error. That got off the hands of John Paul Head. He didn't have a good pass at that one, but the third double play turn by Madisonville tonight. Now Jake Merrick in scoring position at the plate. Takes ball 1 high. Jake finally got into the act. He had an RBI single in the 6th, but I'll just go ahead and call yard card. Go ahead and call it right here in the 7th. Been a while since Jake's driven one out of the yard. He's not going to do it here. A high chopper, he's probably going to reach. Coulter Hamilton's going to glove, and he's not going to throw. There goes my yard card, but it's a base hit by Jake Merrick. That's better than a sack bunt. Tim Ferguson called a yard card for somebody, and right after he called it, I believe it was for Jonathan Stewart, and right after that, Jonathan squared around the bunt and laid down a sack bunt. Then we've had a couple others that called for a home run, and it was a check swing or a half swing ground ball to the first baseman. Trace Simmons, he's at the plate. He got a couple of hits. Takes ball 1. He's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Grounded out the first time he came to the dish here at Elmer Kelly. Fouls that one off the pole, and the bell rings off the pole. And just like Zach Williams says, from he and Mark McDaniel's favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, anytime a bell rings, teacher says, an angel gets its wings. Homage to our public address announcer, Mark McDaniel, for the first 4 years, along with Zach Williams. Slider catches that outside corner. Trace Simmons looks up in international sign of disagreement. His opinion doesn't matter. And a 1-2. Simmons rung up. I'm not going to end this one early. Second strikeout for Niall Todd. Let them go down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner was left aboard. 11-4. These 2 teams have finished games 11-5 twice already. Each team winning 1 on the other team's field. See if the Rhythm can do it again here, or maybe a 12 or 13-4 victory. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Hayden Choate back out for the second straight night. Went 1 2/3 innings in yesterday's game, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, walked 1, struck out 2, faced 9 batters. Came on for the injured Garrett Sims. Saw Garrett on the bus today. He doesn't seem concerned about what took him out of the ball game yesterday. So Hayden Choate, 6'3", 195-pound left-hander, redshirt freshman, going back to Lee University. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee, McCallie High School, the son of Aaron and Beth Choate, who live in Harrison, Tennessee, big brother to Bailey, and has a Gigi and a Mia in Chattanooga, staying in the host home of my son and daughter-in-law, Wilson and Anna Reese. And with my 2 grandchildren, Eli and Lucy, is the first pitch delivered to Ian Cartwright. In for a called strike. Good start there for Hayden Choate, who's on in relief of Eli Potter, who is in line for the victory. Potter went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked 3, struck out 6. Potter faced 14 minors. Miners. This count goes 2 balls and a strike to Cartwright, the right fielder for Madisonville. So trying to pick at that outside corner, and he gets it. Delivers a fastball right on time to Aaron Beeman. Some of the Madisonville faithful have left. Score 11-4. Cartwright reaches out and pokes that one into the parking lot, and a groan from folks who are parked over there. AAA autoglass foul ball. A Friday night in Madisonville, Kentucky. Where else would you want to be? 2-2 pitch. Line to left field over his Bozeman. That will drop in front of Charlie. Strong throw back into the infield. Keeps Cartwright at first base. A leadoff single by Ian Cartwright. Now Cooper Wright, left-handed hitting first baseman, stands in. He's 0 for 3. From LaGrange College down in Georgia. He's from Lakeland, Florida, as is Alex Fisher, who goes to Polk State College, the roster says. Alex Fisher thrown some of the most innings in the league this year. Swing and a miss by Wright. Whoops. There we go. I don't know that we've ever faced Alex Fisher. If only there was a way we could find out. Choate delivers a breaking pitch that missed somewhere. Choate freezes on the mound. He's wondering where that one was, and I'm wondering the same thing. Fisher's thrown 36 innings. Swing and a miss on the sharp breaking pitch, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back on June 16th, Alex Fisher threw against the Rhythm. Another swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. Sets down Cooper Wright. First strikeout of the ball game for Choate. That's the 10th by Rhythm. Pitching today, Fisher pitched in the 14-6 victory. He got the start in that game. His first pitch swinging, Dominic Maldet fouls it back. He got the start, went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, a run. Faced only 9 batters in his 2 innings. They pulled him out. Throw over, and that gets by Blake Carter and goes out of play. Down to second base goes Ian Cartwright on the errant pickoff attempt. Hayden Choate threw an absolute bullet over to Blake Carter in the dirt. Blake saying, give me some equipment. Third error of the game for full count. Valdet's reached base all 3 times he's come to the plate. Takes ball 1. Singled in the second, was caught stealing on a strike him out, throw him out to end the inning, and has walked in his last 2 times at the plate. Right-handed hitting catcher. That one sails high. Showed on for his 10th appearance. It's his 8th in relief. I think it might be the second time that he's pitched in back-to-back days. It's going on recollection as he gets the swing and a miss on a sharp breaking pitch. 15 and 2/3 innings prior to this outing, giving up 17 hits, 19 runs, 17 of those are earned. He's walked 21 batters, 15 strikeouts, has plunked 4, just under a 10 ERA. Did not get Maldet to bite at that breaking pitch that lands just down on a full count. Ministries full count. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Choate. She's trying to wiggle off the hook from the leadoff single by Ian Cartwright. Dylan Toller struck out twice and walked once. Steps to the plate. Full count. 12 and 4 on the road, trying to pick up their 13th victory, and that's a line to right field, and it's fair into the corner. This is going to score 1. Cartwright comes around to touch home plate. Dylan Toller cruises in to second base, and that makes the score 11-5. A double by Toller. Drives in Cartwright. Probably would have scored from first base anyway, so I'm assuming that he erases that error and the unearned run. Don't know how Game Changer will show that. Cliff Weisinger has the hat trick of strikeouts. Struck out all 3 times he's come to the plate. Takes a ball low and inside. That one nearly hits his back foot. Game Changer shows Madisonville with 4 errors, Rhythm with 3, so total of 7 errors. Not pretty baseball played here. That's a slider that gets not called a strike. I have no idea where that one misses again. If this in fact is Mason Davidson, he has been probably one of the tighter strike zones that I've seen this year. That one I thought he's called a strike a lot. Weisinger finally reaches base. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Pete Britton will stand in, and 3-run home run puts him right back in the ball game. Aaron Beeman will go out to have a conversation with Hayden Choate, probably just to settle him down. Give him a breather here as the top of the order. Pete Britton, who's 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a walk, getting ready to come to the plate. Not sure who else is available in the bullpen for the Rhythm. 7 got on the mound yesterday, and one of them's playing shortstop today. And one of them's on the mound. So Garrett Sims, I would assume, is not available. Peyton Vaught, not on the trip. Fastball misses. I'm assuming up. Choate will find problems getting the strike zone, especially with that fastball, as his breaking pitch misses low and away now, and he's gone 2 balls and no strikes with Coulter Hamilton on deck. That pitch on the outside corner is called a strike. And they do not have Hayden Choate in the ball game. They still think this is Eli Potter. And to send a quick text to Will Cox to let him know. Three one pitch, swing and a miss, pops out of Weber's glove. Full count Ministries, full count. Could you please tell the official score that this is a new pitcher? Period. Number 32. Period. Swing and a miss. And Beeman's going to have to throw down to first base to finalize the out. Britton swings and misses, and another Safeware strikeout for Hayden Choate. He gets 3 in the inning, strikes out the side, does allow a run. The game changer showing right now that it's unearned, but I think it's an earned run. The double by Toller should have made that, I believe, an earned run. I believe a runner's going to score from first base on a double in the right field corner. So 1 run on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 2 runners left aboard. We are through 7, and there's that score again, 11-5. We'll see if it holds up. We're going to go to the 8th. Rhythm with the Old Hickory Bats coming to the plate.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time.
Finger. The fingers are a little sticky from the humidity here, and computer doesn't like it. Feeling a little tight and stiff. Now my fingers are feeling fat. That's what I'm feeling. Zach Williams delivering the Absolute Wellness commercial. Maggie, his wife, delivering the United Machine and Tool commercial. And a couple of foul balls off the bat of Aaron Beeman as he's looking for his first hit, and he's down in the count 0-2 to Niall Todd, the third pitcher for the Madisonville Miners. Gone 2 innings. And Beeman goes down on 3 pitches. He's 0 for 5. Third strikeout for Todd. And Charlie Bozeman at the plate. Been on base all 4 times he's come to the plate. All that pitch almost looked like it broke the webbing of his glove and went through. Bozeman, 3 singles and a walk, scored twice, driven in a run. You know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have a home run in this ball game. I've lost my yard card though. Suze, what do you have a yard card you want to use? She's not here. And 3 balls and no strikes. Charlie drew, I believe, a 4-pitch walk the last time he faced Niall Todd. This is the 11th batter that Todd's faced. So everybody now has seen him. Right down the can, he delivers one on a tee, taken by Charlie. Charlie will take a violent hack at a pitch. Let's see if he gets a fastball to hit here. He does, and he takes a JV cut. Foul tips it into the glove. Oh, Blake Carter thought that was strike 3. Sort of walking up to the plate. But Full Count Ministries, full count to Bozeman. And it's fouled off. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Let's see who the food trucks are going to be on tomorrow night, July 12th. Cancun Lagoon, Meat Sweats, both will be there. Frosted Luau will be there. Breaking pitch on the outside corner, and Bozeman throws his bat away thinking it's ball 4, but instead it is strike 3. A couple of backward Ks in the book. As that one just winks at the outside corner, and that's all it takes. Blake Carter will step to the plate. 3-run home run his last time he appeared there. That was in the 6th inning, and it was off of Niall Todd. Todd delivers one high and to the backstop. Again, out of the glove. Why did that not? Oh, it didn't register that strikeout. Now it is. Two balls, no strikes to Carter is 2 for 4. Then Rhythm have an off day on Sunday and then back on the road, be at Fulton on Monday. 2-0 pitch. Come back fastball, catches the inside corner. Two 2-1 pitch is high. Another 3-1. Now Todd looks like he's going to be the pitcher to finish this ball game. Can't see either bullpen completely. That's ball 4. And Elijah Stockton will get an at-bat, lefty on lefty matchup. 3rd walk of the ball game by Niall Todd. He's going 2 2/3. Maybe he's not, as Brian Campbell is out of the dugout. He might be asking for the baseball. Maybe somebody's loose and ready over there. How many pitches has Todd thrown? 56, it shows. Maybe that's all. It's his 2nd appearance, I believe, of the year. Just late arriving. Long conversation out on the mound. Brian Campbell says, finish it. So no change here in the 8th inning. Struck out the first 2 looking and has walked Blake Carter. Now Elijah Stockton looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Has grounded into a double play, as has Aaron Beeman and John Paul Head. Miners have turned 2. Don't need to turn 2 here in this inning. That one, foul ball off of Stockton's bat. He gets out of the way, but he doesn't pull the bat down with him. And Niall Todd sharpshooter hits his bat behind him. That is a strike. That's why you pull the bat down with you when you duck out of the way. Todd heading to, no, he was at Eastern Kentucky last year, the Colonels in Richmond, Kentucky. And that one is going to hit him, and it hits him in the right hand, and we do not need that. Elijah Stockton get a head down to first base, and we don't need somebody to get injured in an 11-5 game or in any game. Jonas Smithson, part-time athletic trainer, will check on him. First hit batter by Todd. Now Parker Staborski. Could he do it again? He's stepping to the plate with 2 runners on. Hit his first home run of the year in the 4th inning with 2 runners on. He takes a good hack there, but fouls it straight back. Staborski played in 37 games last year for Catawba. Hit 2 home runs. Another foul ball off to the right side as he's late on the fastball, and he's down in the count 0-2. Hit .215 in 65 plate appearances. Hit a double, triple, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, walked 16 times. He was plunked 8. That's a high percentage of getting in the way of pitches. The 0-2, it sails outside. Staborski, right-handed hitter, and now Todd, a left-handed pitcher. Rhythm trying to get their 23rd win of the year in 34 tries. That's going to be a strike 3 called, and Staborski is down looking. 3 backward Ks in the books in the 8th inning. Didn't need to take their old hickories up there that time. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left aboard. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. The Rhythm with an 11-5 lead. See if they can hang on for 6 more outs. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. We have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Let's see if they got Hayden Choate. They did make the change on Game Changer. Got Hayden Choate his 1 inning of work. This is going to be the closer. Ryan Sweeney is probably out to finish this one up. One of the top pitchers in the league. He is tied for the most wins. This is not a win situation. And not a safe situation as he nearly gets hit by his former teammate in high school, Aaron Beeman. Dawson Sweeney, 6'1", 200-pound right-hander at Trevecca Nazarene. Son of Bobby and Shanna Sweeney. Brother to Abby and Case. Grandson of Paul in Jackson, Mississippi. Nana in, I'm reading Dawson's. They're right next to each other. I knew that was wrong as soon as I started reading. Trying to keep my papers from flying all over and still turn papers around. Sweeney delivers a fastball dotted on the outside corner. It's Coulter Hamilton at the plate. Ryan Sweeney's 5'11", 180-pound junior from Franklin, Tennessee, Centennial High School. Tapper foul at the plate as he gets ahead of Hamilton. Son of Ed and Julie Sweeney, no relation to Bobby and Shanna Sweeney. And he is the younger brother of Bryson. He's got a Mimi in Franklin and a Nana in College Grove, Tennessee. Stays at the host home of Brent and Pat Elliott, sometimes known as Patricia Elliott. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout on that devastating splitter. Sweeney's mentor is Chandler Phelps. He now has the team lead in appearances. This is his 12th. Like I said, it's his 11th. He's tied now. It's Dawson that has 11. We can't have same last name players anymore. I'm going to vote that out. 11th appearance. It's his 7th in relief. 26 innings, giving up only 10 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. Walked 16. Struck out now 31 on the year. Has plunked one batter, a 5-0 record. Does have one save, a 1.38 ERA. Last year, 18 appearances for full count. Gets the swing and a miss on the changeup, I assume is what that is. It just dropped when he got to the plate. Noah Burning couldn't get a bat on that one. Burning 1 for 3. Also been hit by a pitch. Pat's here with nobody on and 1 out. Sweeney delivers. Cracked foul. That gets out of the stadium. A AAA autoglass foul ball as Burning stays alive. Hayden Choate goes 1 inning. Gives up 2 hits, 1 run. The game changer shows it's unearned. I'm going to show it as earned. The 1-2 pitch. Sometimes you have to readjust in game changer. It's not always right. It's saying it was unearned because of the error that moved Cartwright from first to second. But if Cartwright had stayed at first, there's a swing and a miss and another Safeware strikeout. Sets down Burning.
Now having the center fielder,
The double by Toller would have scored Cartwright, I believe, from first base as it went down in that right field corner. I think it would have scored him pretty easily. Nazir Bergen, the 3-year player. I thought he was from Aruba. His host home family sitting right next to me says he's from Curacao. So I'm going to go with what they say. He's 1 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Double drove in a run. He's also walked. Very imposing batter in that left-handed batter's box. Ryan Sweeney ain't scared of nobody, though, but he's delivered 2 outside the zone. The all-time leader in most consecutive strikeouts over a 5-game span. And base hit into left field, so there goes the consecutive strikeout. Bergen's not going to be happy with a single. He's going to try to get into second base. The throw, he doesn't slide, and Hughes' tag is just a little late, so that's a 2-out double. Not sure why. Guess he must have known that he was going to get in there before the throw got there. That's his second double. Goes into the left center field gap as, let me make sure that is still Elijah Stockton out there after he got hit by the pitch. It is. Ian Cartwright comes to the plate. I've got 10 hits for the Miners now. Cartwright has 2 of them. That splitter or cutter just must have faded right there at the end for ball 1. Rhythm scored 1 in the first on John Paul Head's 8th home run of the year, 4 in the 4th, 6 in the 6th. How about 9 in the 9th? Nah, we don't want to stay around that long. Swing and a miss. Another pitch that dies when it gets to the plate. They put ball 2 up on the scoreboard. Sounds like my kind of scorekeeping. Sweeney hides that ball as he gets a ground ball to second. Charges, gets a nice Sunday hop. Throws over to Carter for out number 3 to end the 8th for Madisonville. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. We're going to keep it right here as we're going to get our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. It is in the book of John. It is right in the first part of the book of John, chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. And if you want a companion verse with that, Revelation 4:11. It says, "You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory, honor, and power, for you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being." Who created everything? God did. That is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Brought to you by Full Count Ministries. Will Cox answering my text. He said he's in Hoptown right now. Let's see what's going on in Hoptown, as there is a new pitcher out for the Miners. Let me see who that might be. Number 15, Coulter Hamilton's going to come out of shortstop. Do a little pitching. Britton's going to go over to second. And is that Cartwright that moves to Cartwright moves to second. Britton moves to short. Let's see who the new right fielder is. Turn around, young man. Turn around. Need to see the big numbers. He's not going to turn around. 20. Might be 21. But Dylan Toller. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for the official score. Spencer Yu, John Paul Head, and Jake Merrick, as Yu's reached base the last 2 times on errors, takes ball 1, as Hamilton is the new pitcher. Delivers a fastball to Denise for a called strike. Off-speed pitch down in the dirt. Fulton Railroaders defeated the Henderson Flash 6-3. Hoptown Hoppers took care of business against the Paducah Chiefs. They've won 2 in a row. Is that fastball in there on the outside corner, taken for a strike by Yu? He's 1 for 4. Scored a run. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count now. Gets away from Maldet. So Toller was the DH. So he is now burned, as he's now the right fielder. So no problem since the pitcher. Another chopper to the left side. That's going to be a tough play. Nobody's getting that one. Spencer Yu gets him an infield single in the 9th. He chopped that one at the plate. No chance for Noah Burning or Pete Britton. And now John Paul Head steps in. Couple of hits, grounded into a 4-3 double play last time he came to the plate. Slider misses away. Odds-on favorite to be the most outstanding offensive player of the year. John Paul comes in the inning, 468, playing his 32nd game. He's played in all but 2 games for Full Count. That's lifted out to right center field, and on comes Nazir Bergen. And I think he snags that one away from Dylan Toller. He does and makes the catch for the first out here in the 9th. He ran a long way. Now Jake Merritt, a couple of hits in his last 2 plate appearances. Takes a fastball on the inside corner, called strike. And now 15 hits for Full Count. Yanked glove side. That'll be a wild pitch. It gets you down to second. So Spencer Yu now with a couple of hits and 5 plate appearances. Used my yard card on Merrick last time, and he grounds back to Hamilton. He looks you back at second base and throws Merrick out at first. Jake has grounded out 3 times. Had an infield single, an RBI single in the 6th. Now Trey Simmons started out hot. 2 for his first 3. Struck out looking to end the 7th. As Rhythm down to their last out here in the ball game, up 11-5. What would be, if it finished with this score, would be the 3rd time that these 2 teams finished with that score. What is going on with that camera angle on YouTube? It may be, it's showing fuzzy on my camera. Is that what it's doing on the wide? Nothing I can do about it. Simmons takes a letter high strike on the outside corner. He's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A shot backhanded by Cartwright. It's in the dirt, and he ends up righting himself and throwing on to first base for the final out. So a 4-3 retires Simmons. Rhythm get an infield single to lead off the inning, but can't move him around for a Zach Williams Country Financial Insurance Agency insurance run. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do appreciate Zach Williams and his sponsorship of Full Count Rhythm Baseball by virtue of the insurance runs. We just started that, so actually is what happened in the 6th inning. The Rhythm had a 5-4 lead as they moved into the 6th and sent 10 batters to the plate, scored 6 runs. 5 of those were earned. 6 Country Financial, Zach Williams Insurance Agency runs. On 4 hits, there was 1 error. A big blow was Blake Carter's 3-run home run in that inning. which had followed a 3-run homer by Parker Staborski in the 4th inning. 3 home runs in the game. John Paul Head picks up his 8th. Parker Staborski got his 1st, and Blake Carter got his 3rd of the year. Full count now with 23 home runs. 26 home runs. Came in with 23. Let's see if the Flash hit any home runs in that game against the Railroaders. Roaders hit 2. So they would be, I believe, at 25. Emerson Flash did not hit a home run, so Rhythm have taken the team home run lead by my calculations. Cooper Wright, Dominic Maldette, and Dylan Toller here in the bottom of the 9th facing Ryan Sweeney. On to finish this one off. Delivers a fastball low and outside. Got to figure out a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. John Paul hit 2 for 5, a couple of RBIs. Charlie Bozeman 3 for 4. RBI and 2 runs scored. Blake Carter 2 for 4. 3 RBIs, a home run. Parker Staborski 2 for 5. Check down at third base, says that Wright did not go. I'm going to have to go Co. 2 guys who hit 3-run home runs, Blake Carter and Parker Staborski, your Chick-fil-A of Rivergate players of the game, as Sweeney drops in that breaking pitch for a full count Ministries full count. Swing and a miss, and Wright is a Safeware strikeout victim, leading off the 9th. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Ryan Sweeney. Don't call me Dawson. Dominic Maldette, 1 for 2, stands in. One of a couple players who stayed at his position. Sweeney delivers a fastball low and inside, in and out of the glove of Beeman. I don't know why I want to call him Weber. I think it's because there's a comedian that I watch. Aaron Weber is his name. He doesn't look anything like him. It's just the first name, Aaron. Breaking pitch for a called strike. We'll have to pack it up quickly here as we got to get on the Anchor Transportation bus. So we'll be back home tomorrow night. My lovely wife will be at my side. And I hear that Ava Dorn is going to be back on the scoreboard. Did a great job yesterday for her first outing. Fastball. Oh, I'm with Beeman. I'm throwing that ball down to third base. That looked like a strike 3. Home plate umpire wants to stick around a little bit longer. 2-2 pitch. That's a hammer. And that's a Safeware strikeout. Backward K in the books. Maldette didn't know what to do with that one. And now 2 outs. 15 hits in the ball game. Never did look that up. Let's see if I can find it. Right fast. Ron Wilson's left the building. He's gone. Super fan for the Madisonville Miners. He's ready to get out of here. First pitch to Dylan Toller backs him off the dish. Toller has 1 hit in 3 official plate appearances, a couple of backward Ks and a walk. Sweeney looking to finish this one off, and the third 11-5 finish of the year. 2 up for full count, 1 down. Hammer in there for a called strike. He drops that breaking pitch in. See if it's back on June 22nd. Nope. And a 2-1 turns into a 3-1. Three-one in there for a called strike and a. Hey, let's put it up there. Full count ministries, full count. Maybe it was that 11-5 game that the Rhythm put 22 hits on the board. It was 15 in this ball game, 22 in that game back on June 9th. And the full count pitch, swing and a miss, and a Safeware strikeout ends the ball game as Ryan Sweeney strikes out the side, strikes out 5 of the 6 batters that he retires in his 2 innings of work. And this one belongs to the Rhythm in a game that takes 3 hours and 10 minutes. Full count wins 11-5 for the second time here at Elmer Kelly. Winning pitcher should be Eli Potter. He would move to 3-1. Losing pitcher I got is Ernesto Mendiondo. And I don't know his record. No save in the ball game. Rhythm back at home tomorrow to take on the Paducah Chiefs in a battle of first and second place. Rhythm moved to 23-11 on the season. Madisonville stays in last place. They fall to 11-22 on the season. And now we play each team one more time as we finish this one off. Sorry for don't know why that camera goes in and out on the focus, but probably because nobody's in it for the most part. That'll do it. Let me get that final up on the scoreboard. Honey, I'm coming home. If Steve Ardito can stay awake in that Anchor transportation bus, and he always has, does a great job for us. For John Smithson, the Director of Ministry of Full Count Ministries, and Head Coach and General Manager Josh Carmen, it's my pleasure to bring you Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Good night, and God bless you.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.